Hello, YouTube, MetaFast people. I don't know how often I'm going to have these quiet moments in my house. My kids are going to be home in an hour and a half. So I have a couple of minutes and I figured this is going to be one of the long videos. This is going to be my real intro. Yesterday I did a little intro. Today I'm going to do more about me. I'm a licensed massage therapist in the city of New York. I lived in Manhattan for 10 years and now I've been in Queens for about 12 or 13 years. I'm still in and out of Manhattan 3, 4, sometimes 5, 6 times a week. I don't sit still very well, but kids have definitely slowed things down for me. I became a massage therapist when I was about 19 or 20 years old. I started off as a chiropractic assistant. And all that time, when I was a teenager, I started to get heavy when I was about 7 or 8, where it became an issue, where I was like the fat kid. I'm the youngest in my family. I'm the only girl, and I have 3 older brothers. So it was like I couldn't do anything wrong anyway. So might as well feed the little girl, that kind of thing. I'm not blaming anybody else. It's me, okay? I was always heavy. I was heavy through massage school. I was heavy for the first few years of my massage career. It made my work very, very difficult. Lugging the massage table, which can be up to 40 pounds, with sheets and towels and oils and all that kind of stuff up and down the steps. Going up to apartment buildings, people who live on the 5th, 6th floor without an elevator, not fun. And then you have to do the massage, Sometimes people are getting 90-minute massages, sometimes people are getting 120-minute massages. So I knew I had to do something. I was going through a bad breakup with my first husband, and I started to go to the gym, and I became a true gym rat. Big time, 3 or 4 hours a day, kind of a gym rat. I didn't have kids at the time, and I worked mainly in the afternoons into the evening, so it just made sense to wake up, go to the gym, and get out all of my aggression and my frustration there. I got down to a size 6. I stayed there for quite some time, and subsequently found my current husband, my last husband, the best husband, the only husband now, and we got together and I gained about 30 or 40 pounds. So I had gotten up to a size 10, no big deal. And then I got pregnant. And I gained 65 pounds when I got pregnant. Didn't lose any of that weight when I had the baby. And then I gained 35 pounds with my second pregnancy, which was very painful. And it brought me right back to where I was when I was about 23 or 24 years old, which was a real bummer. So I started to lose that weight when my second child was young. And I did MetaFast at that time. I did MetaFast when my baby was about 2 years old. And it worked out really well for me. I lost like 30 or 40 pounds. I had lost about 30 or 40 pounds before I started MetaFast, and then I felt like I needed some extra help other than just cutting calories and exercising. So I had lost like about 60 pounds in total, about 35 on MetaFast, something like that. And then I just got sidetracked. I had a lot of personal stuff go on. I had career problems. I had an injury, which causes me to not be able to work or exercise or anything. I actually had an MRI today because I have problems with my hip, and I'm only 41 years old, so that's like not cool. So I started MetaFast again 3.5 weeks ago, and I forgot how much I love the program. And it's so funny because I have no idea why anybody goes off of the program. And I went off of the program when I was on MetaFast the first time a couple of years ago. I had become a health coach. I gave them the initiation money, and I took the test, and I went to the convention in Dallas, and I mean, I was there, I was doing it, but I only had like 2 people under me. And then professionally, my life started to fall to shit, and I just, I don't know, I just let it go, and I don't know why. But I really do like MetaFast. I don't mind the food. I really like the structure of it. eating every 2 to 3 hours is good for everybody's metabolism. I don't think that there's anybody that would not benefit from that. And I have a little bit of an OCD thing. I touched on my other video. I'm not like counting breaths or anything like that, but I like the organization of the meals. I get my little packets and I don't alphabetize them, but I do, I do have an Excel spreadsheet, and when I get my package in the mail, I make an entry and I make cells, and I know how many of each meal I have left, and I go in to the MetaFast website and I adjust what the next shipment is going to be, depending on how many of each thing that I have left. And my husband thinks it's kind of insane, but it does feed that OCD thing so that at least I'm not, counting the hairs on my head and, being crazy like that. So anyway, just another little side note about me, other than the fact that I was a Take Shape for Life health coach, I also was a certified personal trainer for a little while, which makes it also much more pathetic that I got back up to a size 16 recently. But anyway, so I have the massage background, which, by the way, in the state of New York, you need, every bone, every muscle, every nerve, pathology, neurology. It's kind of a big deal to be a massage therapist in the state of New York. Not every state has that kind of regulation. So I have that medical background. I've got the personal training background, the exercise background. I've got the Take Shape for Life background. And now, because I have done it, succeeded, failed, started again, and now I'm rocking it for the past 3 weeks, I figured I had something to share to the MetaFast community. People who are just starting it for the first time, maybe they can watch my videos and learn something. People who know much more than me and actually took it much further, I can learn from them. And yeah, and I have a little bit of a hormone thing. I'm getting a little close to that age where, hormones are becoming an issue. So the MetaFast really helps keep everything on an even keel. Sugar is like evil and the devil. And I say that, but 2 days ago I was shoving that, 3 days ago, I had a moment of weakness and I just took 3 whole spoonfuls of Nutella. Just, why? Makes 0 sense. 0 sense. It doesn't help that I like to drink. I have 2 small kids. They're 6 and 8 years old. They're absolutely awesome. I probably will be making some videos and they're probably going to be screaming in the background because everything that I do has a lot of stuff going on in the background, except for, I have my fish. But I have 4 cats. I live in New York City. I live in Queens. I don't live in Manhattan at the moment. I would love to move back, but it's too expensive. So I hope some people subscribe to this channel. And if you like it, you can give it a thumbs up. And I did chili yesterday. Actually, I did it earlier today, but I'm posting this tomorrow. I'm going to be doing some shakes. I'm going to be doing some bars. It depends on who's home at the time, what meals that I can do. But I really would like to make a meal for every single MetaFast food. Both how it's done traditionally, according to the MetaFast website and the package, and also how I tweak it, because I tweak a lot of the meals. I'm not necessarily adding calorie, but I'm just tweaking the way I prepare it and when I eat it, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm at 9 minutes. That's really long. I'm really sorry, but I figured I would just get this one big video out of the way. All right, talk to you later. Bye.